gonna shit. Oh shit. Oh, that was close. I couldn't. I was pointed straight at that rock. It was big. I couldn't stop. I couldn't steer. I could barely steer around it. Anyway, what was I trying to say? It's very slick. This bike feels super light. Might be part of the partly because it's the 250. Feels a little bit lighter than just right now when I was riding Tyler's 300XC there. Wow, I'm all over the place. Because anytime I try to apply any rear brake, I get sideways. What I was trying to say is the bike, even though the bike is heavier, it feels very light, and I don't see a ton of downside to this. I mean, time will tell if, you know, some of the components, people start having problems with, like the oil pump, but people don't have a lot of problems with their EFI 4-strokes, you know, and so it's highly probable that people won't have a ton of problem with these bikes. It might be, the system might be slightly more complex on these 2-strokes than it is on the 4s as far as just the fuel system. I don't know. The reason why I say that though is because of the oil pump, because the 4-strokes don't have to deal with that. Oh, I don't think. Whoa. If I remember correct, this is a little technical. Slick. Nice. Bike did sweet through there.
Watch closely as Tyler demonstrates the elusive 360-degree pivot turn.
Have you been practicing your 360 turns?
You like that one?
That's pretty good.
You know, as I sit here editing this video at the computer, I have the benefit of having ridden the bike a number of times beyond this, or at least a number of hours beyond this ride. And I can tell you, I don't want to have like too many spoilers, but I can tell you that this is a freaking very good bike. This bike and the KTM EFI bike, they are phenomenal. I'm having a hard time finding a fault with them, and even I'm having a hard time deciding which one I like better. I mean, I know they're very close, but they did a bang-up job of making these things scream and making them just really, really good on the first model. And I don't know that we're really giving anything up. I mean, I know we're adding some weight and some complexity, and down the road that might come to bite us, you know, because there's more parts that could break and yada yada yada, and maybe it's a little bit less tunable. But I mean, how many guys are out there tuning their 4-strokes? I mean, they just run so good that it's like, why do you need to tune it? And yeah, if you do really, really, really want to tune it, you go buy a tuner, you know, but there's no real reason to tune the 2-strokes that I've got here, these two EFI bikes, because they both run like screaming eagles, and I wouldn't change anything about them. I just wouldn't.